The boy who invented Louis Vuitton. Meet Louis Vuitton, the mind behind the world's #1 luxury brand valued at over $30 billion. But his story begins in the 19th century as a homeless teenager with nothing but dreams of success. Join us as we dig deeper into the incredible life of how he overcame hardships, learned valuable skills, and set the cornerstone for modern luggage, ultimately creating a billion-dollar empire. This is The Boy Who Invented Louis Vuitton. The early days. Born in Angers, France, to a farmer and hat maker, he grew up in a time when the country was recovering from the aftermath of the Napoleonic Wars, and many families, including the Vuittons, faced financial difficulties. As a young boy, Louis had no chance but to work on the family farm, enduring long days of labor from dawn to dusk. However, tragedy struck when his mother passed away and his father remarried a woman who made his life miserable. Eventually, at the age of 13, Louis could no longer bear the hardships and decided to escape to Paris with no money or provisions. Life in Paris proved to be equally challenging as he found himself homeless and struggling to survive on the streets. To make ends meet, Louis took odd jobs with artisans and craftsmen who unknowingly would become crucial mentors in his journey. Working with them, he learned invaluable skills in various materials like metal, stone, fabrics, and wood. Despite his difficult circumstances, he got paid off when he secured an apprenticeship with a craftsman named Monsieur Marchal. Though he earned little, his determination to learn impressed Marchal's clients, including the Empress of France, who appointed him as her personal boxmaker. This experience was pivotal in Louis' development as a craftsman and entrepreneur. He began to conceive ideas for new products that would revolutionize the luggage industry. Traditional luggage boxes of that era were made with leather and had dome-shaped lids, which made them impractical to stack and load. Drawing on his expertise, Louis experimented with new materials and settled on canvas, which proved to be lighter, more durable, and water-resistant. The innovative canvas design led to the creation of the Slat Trunk, marking the birth of modern luggage. Although customers initially hesitated, the elegant and functional design soon took off, establishing Louis Vuitton as a trailblazer in the luxury goods market. Pioneering modern luggage. During the 19th century, as travel became more accessible with the advent of railways and booming industries, the demand for sturdy and stylish luggage grew. Louis Vuitton saw an opportunity to create something remarkable, and he seized it. Having learned valuable skills from artisans and craftsmen during his time in Paris, Louis had a deep understanding of materials and their practical applications. He recognized the limitations of traditional luggage, which were made of leather and featured dome-shaped lids. These designs were not stackable and made loading and transportation difficult. Louis experimented with different materials and ultimately settled on using canvas for his creations. This decision proved to be revolutionary. Canvas offered several advantages over leather. It was lighter, more durable, and more importantly, water-resistant. Louis also utilized waterproofing compounds, which gave the canvas a clean and modern grey color. Vuitton designed and introduced the Slat Trunk, a new style of luggage that addressed the limitations of traditional boxes. The Slat Trunk featured simple, flat lids, making it easy to stack multiple pieces and load them efficiently. This design not only improved practicality, but also brought an air of elegance to the luggage. Although consumers were initially skeptical of this new concept, it didn't take long for the Slat Trunk to gain widespread acclaim. Within just 2 years of its introduction, the modern luggage became a must-have accessory for travelers, fashion enthusiasts, and the elite alike. Louis Vuitton's commitment to quality and innovation soon earned him recognition and admiration. His clientele expanded rapidly, and he received further acclaim when the Empress of France appointed him as her personal boxmaker. This prestigious endorsement solidified his reputation as a master craftsman and further fueled the success of his brand. The setbacks. Around the 1870s, at the height of Louis Vuitton's business success, the Franco-Prussian War erupted. The war had a devastating impact on the company and the Vuitton family. The conflict forced Louis and his family to flee their home and workshop in Agnières, outside Paris, and seek refuge in the city. They joined thousands of other refugees living in cramped shelters, struggling to find enough food to survive. As soon as the war ended, he returned home to discover his workshop destroyed and materials stolen. However, with the remainder of his savings, Louis wasted no time in rebuilding his workshop and finding a new shop location. Fortunately, the war had caused a drop in property prices, which presented an opportunity for Louis to invest wisely. He purchased a shop in an upscale district, demonstrating his determination to restore and expand his business. However, despite the company's success, the challenges didn't end there. In 1892, a personal tragedy struck when Louis Vuitton passed away in his home at the age of 72. The exact cause of his death remains unknown, but his untimely passing left his business unfinished and in the hands of his family. However, challenges arose again during the early 20th century, including the outbreak of World War I. The war had a profound impact on the company, disrupting production and leading to economic hardship. The war years marked a difficult period for Louis Vuitton as it faced production halts and struggles to keep the business afloat. After the war, the brand resumed its operations, and Georges tasked his sons, Henry, Jacques, and Claude, with rebuilding the company. The succession. In a stroke of genius, Louis enlisted the help of his son, Georges, to manage the increasing workload. Georges proved to be just as innovative as his father and introduced new ideas that further enhanced the brand's success. One of Georges' most significant contributions was the creation of the tumbler lock for trunks, a lock that drastically improved security and prevented theft. Until then, most trunks had locks that were easily picked, making them vulnerable during travel. The addition of the tumbler lock turned Louis Vuitton's trunks into prized possessions and further solidified the brand's reputation for quality craftsmanship. As the brand's popularity grew, so did the need for more help to meet the demand. Louis Vuitton's success reached a point where the family business couldn't keep up with production during peak periods. Georges faced the challenge head-on and enlisted the assistance of his own son, Gaston, to help manage the company's expansion. Under the leadership of 3 generations of the Vuitton family, Louis, Georges, and Gaston, the success of the handbags and other innovations propelled the brand to new heights. Struggles continue. Under the leadership of Henry Recamier, the son-in-law of Gaston Vuitton, Louis Vuitton experienced a period of significant growth and expansion. Henry, known for his keen business acumen, brought a fresh perspective to the company and sought to capitalize on the brand's prestige. During the 1970s, Henry Recamier led LV's transformation from a wholesale business to a retail-focused enterprise. This strategic shift allowed the brand to have direct control over its distribution and strengthen its presence in the luxury market. With Henry at the helm, Louis Vuitton ventured into the Asian market, recognizing its potential for growth and luxury clientele. This move proved to be instrumental in expanding the brand's global reach and attracting a new wave of affluent customers. Amidst its rapid expansion, Louis Vuitton made a pivotal decision to take the company public. In 1984, the brand's stock went public on the Paris Stock Exchange, marking a significant milestone in the company's history. This move not only provided capital for further growth, but also allowed the public to invest in the luxury brand's success. The merger with Moet Hennessy and Henry's removal. In 1987, Louis Vuitton merged with Moet Hennessy, a leading champagne and cognac producer, to form LVMH, Moet Hennessy Louis Vuitton. The merger was orchestrated by Henry Recamier as a strategic move to protect the company from potential hostile takeovers and further strengthen its position in the luxury goods market. As the merger unfolded, tensions escalated between Henry Recamier and Bernard Arnault, the chairman and CEO of the newly formed LVMH. The power struggle between the two eventually led to Henry's eventual removal from the leadership position in 1990. Struggles after the legal battle. Following Henry Recamier's departure, Louis Vuitton faced a period of uncertainty and internal struggles. The brand struggled to maintain its position as a leading luxury brand in the face of rising competition and changing customer preferences. During this time, Louis Vuitton's stock price experienced fluctuations, and sales faced challenges due to the increasing prevalence of counterfeit goods in the market. The brand's reputation was put to the test as some analysts questioned its ability to maintain its status as a symbol of luxury and exclusivity. In 1997, Louis Vuitton appointed Marc Jacobs as its creative director. Jacobs' innovative vision and creative designs revitalized the brand's ready-to-wear line and solidified its position as a fashion powerhouse. The brand's sales soared, and it regained its status as a leading luxury brand in the early 2000s. As of the early 2000s, LVMH continued to thrive and expand, with Louis Vuitton serving as its flagship brand. The conglomerate, under the leadership of Bernard Arnault, successfully navigated through the challenges of the luxury market, solidifying its position as a dominant force in the industry. Bottom line: today, Louis Vuitton stands as the world's #1 luxury brand, valued at over $30 billion. Its continued success is a testament to the vision of Louis Vuitton, the brand's resilience through adversity, and its ability to adapt and innovate over time. The legacy of Louis Vuitton lives on, influencing the world of fashion and luxury, and leaving an indelible mark on the history of the industry.